What's up, everybody? So today we're looking at a 132 card PSA submission that I submitted back in January of 2021, and for about $15 per card. Good luck getting that type of price per card now. Now it's about $100 per card, unless you're a collector's club member and you get lucky and you could submit 5 cards for $50. It's about $100 a card. When we submitted these, $15 all in. I forget what it was. It was probably like $12 or $13 per card, plus shipping and taxes and insurance and all that stuff. So it came out to about $15 all in per card for these. So if looking back, some of these cards, I wish I had submitted I wish I had the ability to submit higher end cards, but I'm too busy buying cards like this, that you can see in the background, and don't usually have a ton of just non-graded modern cards to submit. So, but I still, for some reason, submitted 40 cards of my own, which I totally shouldn't have. And then some of the guys that I submitted with, the 4 other guys that submitted some really good cards. So I'm going to go through my cards first, just to, get that over with. And hopefully it makes the other guys feel better, because if they see what I submitted, they'll be like, anything that they got will make them feel better. So without further ado, let's get into it. So here are 2 right off the bat, Luis Robert and a Bo Bichette, both in a PSA 9, so back then those types of cards made a lot of sense to submit. Maybe not now, but back then they were. Kyle Lewis came back as a PSA 8. So I was looking this card up, in a PSA 10, this goes for less than $10. I think at a PSA 8, if somebody bought this off of me, I would owe them $5. So I would give them the card. So if anyone's interested, if they want to buy this off of me, I would give them the Kyle Lewis, and then I would pay them $5 for taking it off my hands. But there it is, Kyle Lewis in a PSA 8. Don't make fun of me, guys. I know that I could already see it in the comments. People making fun of me for submitting these cards. Yordan Alvarez is a cool card in a PSA 10 complete set. So really cool on that. Yordan Alvarez, I'll take it. This Yordan Alvarez refractor came back as a PSA 9. So we got 110 and 19. So on the complete set and the Yordan refractor. This card, back in the day, about a year ago, this card was big money. But I looked it up recently. Even at a PSA 10, it goes for $20. So barely covering the grading fee. And that is the unfortunate part of this taking so incredibly long to get the cards back, is, all these cards have been graded by PSA, have come back, and now are virtually worthless. Next card is this really cool Mike Trout 84 Chrome Promo, one of the best cards that I submitted. 1984 Topps design. Mike Trout, you can't go wrong with a Trout. PSA 10, although you'll see in a little bit, I guess you can go wrong for certain Trouts. The Adley Rutschman Bowman Draft came back as a PSA 9. We'll see if we see him this year. Hopefully there's baseball this year. This might be the card of my entire submission. The Sapphire Orange refractor came back as a PSA 10, and you can see here number 23 of 25. So I was very happy about this. This was for the 40 cards that I submitted, one card that I really wanted to get a 10 back, and I was very happy to get this card. This card I pulled out of a box of Sapphire, and as a Yankee fan, was very excited to get this in a PSA 10. So you know what? I'll throw this in the background. I know that Pee Wee Reese card is awesome, but I'm going to throw that awesome Judge card in the background. This card's pretty cool. Just kind of a cool card. Manny and Machado there. Sapphire PSA 10. So that came back as it's a checklist card, but I submitted it anyway. Next up is the Yordan Alvarez Beam Team. This is numbered to 25, but unfortunately came back as a 9. Got 2 10s on the, some more 84 Topps throw. I did good on the silver pack, 84 Topps throwbacks. I think these were all part of the same box. 2020 Topps update. Jeter came back as a 10, and the Luis Robert came back as a 10. So 2 really nice looking cards there. Then we got this Acuna Legends in the Making. Came back as a PSA 10. Can't go wrong with that. Acuna rookie. We got a Mauricio Dubon. Came back as a 9. Love these Stadium Club Chrome cards. Really, really cool. But unfortunately, that one came back as a 9. Then we got a couple of Sotos. So we got a Juan Soto 83 Topps throwback, both 2018 Topps update. One came back as a 9, and the Salute came back as a 10. I have no problem with those, with submitting those types of cards. Soto rookies. Luis Robert, so I guess on the 2020 Topps Chrome, Luis Robert, 85 Topps, did not do as well with that silver pack card. Came back as a 9. So just like, 9, 10, 9, 10. This is an interesting card. Like it doesn't go for much. It's the gold Soroka, obviously numbered to 2018, 1854 of 2018. This is one of those cards like Soroka can be the Braves, and the Braves, as we saw last year, is a very good team. So if Soroka comes back and he has that type of ace, skill. So if he could win a Cy Young, this card could be worth something at some point, but who knows. Next one is a Marco Luciano paper prospect. Came back as a 9. Got 2 Arazarenas. So if these had come back, back when I submitted them, they'd be worth like $100 a piece. But I looked them up, and even in a PSA 10, these goes for like $20 a piece. So Arazarena, it's done actually, for all that he's accomplished. I'm surprised that his card's not worth more, but I guess, a PSA being flooded. Here's what I was talking about with the Trouts. Got 3 of them. All top, well, I guess 2 are tops and 1 is an opening day. They all came back as PSA 9s. So there you have it. PSA 9 Mike Trouts. Julio Rodriguez, J-Rod, came back as a PSA 9 paper prospect. Then we have a Gavin Lux complete set in a PSA 9. This might have to also go into the category of, if you buy it, I owe you money for Topps complete set. Gavin Lux in a PSA 9. There seemed to be a theme that went across this order where it was a auto. It came back as a 9. Unfortunately, a lot of auto cards, like it seemed to, like the grader gave us a 9 and then a 10 and then a 9 and a 10, but whenever there was an auto, it came back as a 9. Unfortunately, it seemed to be a theme. So that came back as a 9. The Spencer Torkelson came back as a 10. Got this Trent Grisham, came back as a PSA 10. A Yordan Alvarez Topps, just, base Topps card, came back as a PSA 10. This Bo Bichette 2030 came back as a 9. I was kind of disappointed in this one, hoping to get a 10 on the Sepia Refractor, but it came back as a 9. Christian Pache, Prospect Chrome, pretty nice card there, came back as a 10. Ozzy Albies came back as a 10, and Dustin May. So 2 Chrome cards, 2018 Topps Chrome Albies 10, Dustin May, and a 10. These are cards that, if baseball season does come back and these players perform really well, might be a good time to. I'll probably hold off on them until then. See if some of these players get hot, and then maybe try to sell some of them. Trent Grisham came back as a 10. Speaking of autos, here are 2 more. Both came back as 9s. Bryce Bonnin Refractor, and then the Casey Martin. I was disappointed to get this one as a 9 numbered. Let's see. If you could read that, 3 of 75. It came back as a PSA 9 on the Casey Martin. And then the last card that I submitted, and maybe fittingly, is an AJ Puck Refractor, and it came back as a PSA 10. So those are the cards that I submitted. Nothing too exciting there, but let's move on to Chris's order. Now, Chris submitted some better cards than me. Some cards, nothing too exciting with some of his cards, but the Jesus Luzardo, a short print, came back as a 10, which is pretty nice. This is a really awesome card. This Spencer Torkelson in a sky blue foil. Came back as a PSA 10, and it's a first edition too. So that's a first edition sky blue foil Torkelson that came back as a PSA 10. So pretty awesome there. You know, I'm going to throw that one in the background too. So Spencer Torkelson, PSA 10. Next one of his cards looks like, I don't know who this guy is. Denny Avidija. Came back as a PSA 10. Another one, PSA 10. Then he got the mini that came back as a 10. So pretty awesome there for Chris. Then we have an auto of this guy, Holtzauer. Came back as a 9. So again, if it was an auto, it came back as a 9, unfortunately. Then we have the Justin Herbert canvas, which is pretty awesome. PSA 10. So that's a really nice card for Chris there. Justin Jefferson came back as a 9, but the Clyde Edwards-Helaire came back as a 10 on the Panini Donruss. So, and then the Chase Young came back as a PSA 10, Panini Donruss. Then we have a John Morant came back as a 10, and another John Morant Panini Illusions came back as a 9. So the My House came back as a 10, and the Illusions came back as a 9. This is one of the coolest cards from the order. He submitted this Lewin Diaz auto gold refractor, and you can see here 1 of 1, and it came back as a 10. So that is awesome. Congrats to Chris. One of the biggest cards of the order. So cool to get that as a 10. Now we just got to hope that Lewin Diaz turns into an awesome player for the Marlins. So in the theme of putting the bigger cards in the background, I'll throw that back there. PSA 10 on the 1 of 1 Lewin Diaz. So really awesome there. Byron Laura Chrome came back as a 9. Then we have a Austin Wells. Again, if it was an autograph, it came back as a 9, unfortunately. Then we have a Torkelson, a couple Torkelsons. So we have a 9 and a 10, both from Bowman. Oh, I'm sorry, 9 and an 8. Sorry, a 9 and an 8 on the Bowman Draft Torkelson. And then a 9 on the Chrome Prospects Dominguez, and a 10 on the Kyle Lewis. So Kyle Lewis was kind of hot back when we submitted these cards, but unfortunately that didn't work out. And then we have a Kyle Lewis that came back as a 10. Bo Bichette came back as a 9. And another 9 on the Bo Bichette Chrome. Let's see. We have a couple of Arozarinas. So we have a 9 and a 10 on the Arozarinas. And then another 10 on the Arozarina. And then we have a 9 on the Topps Chrome, but a 10 on the base. So I got 2 base that came back as a 10. It looks like Chris got a 9 on the Chrome and a 10 on the base as well. This is pretty awesome. Tatis Heritage came back as a 10. That is really awesome. I just saw that he got that as a 10, so I'll throw that in the background. That's a good card. The Tatis Heritage. Oh, this is really cool. He got a 10 on the black foil. Man, these Stadium Club cards are so cool. This is a black foil Bo Bichette 2020 Stadium Club Chrome. So look at that card. Beautiful. So you know what? I'm going to put that one in the background for Chris there. So really awesome card there for the Bo Bichette. Then we got a Trent Grisham update. Came back as a 10. We have a Jason Dominguez, came back as a 9. Luis Robert, 10. And another Luis Robert, 10. So the Topps Chrome and the Bowman. And then another Bowman came back as a 10. And the 85 Topps came back as a 9. So a nice mix of 10s and 9s. But I feel like Chris did really well, especially on the, and these are the 2 final cards, 9. And then, oh man, this could be a big card. The Oswaldo Peraza. I mean, 9 is not terrible. Like, pretty much all 9s and 10s. For the most part, Chris's cards came back pretty good, especially on the high-end stuff. So you got to be happy there. All right, we're going to move on to, let's see, we're going to do Fitz here. So Fitz submitted, I believe, 10 cards, something like that. So we're going to go through those real quick. His cards are, obviously better than my cards. So PSA 9 on the Tom Brady reactive. So really awesome there. Then we have a Topps Holiday for Fitz, 2019 Topps Holiday in a PSA 10. So I'm sure he's happy about that. Here we go. These are two awesome cards. So we got a PSA 10 on the Jason Dominguez, and then also got a PSA 10 on the camo. So that is awesome. So we got two awesome Jason Dominguez PSA 10s, but that camo is so cool. So cool on that. So then he submitted this guy, Matisse Thybulle, came back as an 8. So hopefully he's not a very good player. And then we have a Ja Morant, two Ja Morants, the Panini Mosaic coming back as a 10, and the Chronicles coming back as a 9. Then we have the Zion Williamson Instant Impact Green Prism coming back as a 9. And then pretty awesome, he got two 10s on the Joel Embiid Panini Mosaic Genesis cards. So two PSA 10s on that. So that is really awesome. These, I think, go for big bucks. I'm not really sure. There are not a lot of sales on these, but there was a couple that were on eBay for a lot of money for a PSA 10. So to get two of those, and then the camo, I think he did pretty well. So congrats to Fitz on that. And just because I really like that camo card, I'm going to throw that in the background too. So put that one in the background there. Sorry, Walter Payton. Put that back there and show off the torque there. All right. On to, we're going to do Nuggs next. So Nuggs submitted, around 20 cards or so. We're going to go through those real quick. So we got a Kyler Murray, came back as a PSA 9 on the Panini Prism. And then we have another 9 on the Tatis Prism Refractor. Got a PSA 10 on the Jason Dominguez. He actually got two PSA 10 Jason Dominguez cards. So 2020 Bowman Chrome Jason Dominguez, two 10s on that. Congrats on those, Nuggs. Nuggs. And then 2020 Topps Chrome. And then we got PSA 10 Topps Chrome and Topps both coming back as 10s. But unfortunately, the third one came back as a 9. So we got two 10s and a 9 Chrome, and then the two Topps cards. The Acuna in blue jersey came back as a 9. However, the Topps Chrome update came back as a 10. So that's pretty awesome. I think I'd rather get a 10 on the Chrome. But anyway, in the theme of 10-9, 10-9, whatever. The Arozarena came back as a 9, the foil, and the opening day came back as a 9. I submitted this opening day card, and apparently it's tough to get a 10 on the opening day card with the mask there, but whatever. This is disappointing. So he got a 9 on the gold foil, which I think that's just such a cool card. So that one came back. Is this numbered? I guess not. So the gold foil Tatis, but again, not too many 8s. Like they're all either 9s or 10s, which is pretty awesome. Prism Refractor, Dustin May came back as a 9. We got a Pete Alonso no sock showing in a PSA 10 complete set. So the complete set card of Pete Alonso came back as a 10. The Gavin Lux came back as a 9. Whatever, it's a Gavin Lux. The Bo Bichette came back as a 9. This is pretty cool. The Jalen Hurts Panini Mosaic came back as a PSA 10. And then final two cards, we got the Tom Brady Panini Mosaic came back as a 9. And unfortunately, the Tatis also came back as a 9. But again, some pretty awesome cards. Luckily, nothing came back as like an 8, I don't think, in that order for Nuggs there. But some awesome cards there. And then for the final group of cards, Jay, he has a couple cards that came back. He has a Facebook channel, Parlay J. Here are the cards that he submitted. So starting off with this Bo Bichette Purple Shimmer, came back as a 9. That is numbered to what? I can't even read that. 655, I think. And then the gold also came back as a 9. So he submitted a purple and a gold. Both came back as 9s. The refractor Bichette, however, came back as a PSA 10. That is awesome. And then we got another Bichette orange refractor, numbered 1 of 25, that also came back as a PSA 9. Bo Bichette blue shimmer that came back as a PSA 9. This awesome Luis Robert, I don't think I've ever seen this card before, X-Fractor Stadium Club Chrome, came back as a PSA 10, so that's awesome. This was an auto, so of course it came back as a 9. Michael Brosseau, so I don't know why he submitted this one, but rookie. Well, I shouldn't be questioning based on the cards I submitted. Christian Pache, Rated Prospects Diamond card, came back as a PSA 10. The blue refractor Cabello, of course, it was an auto, so it came back as a 9. And what is this number to 150? And so that came back as a 9. We did well on the Jason Dominguez cards. This one came back as a PSA 10 for the paper prospects. This is an auto, Packy Norton, so it came back as a 9. And there it is, numbered to 25. I think PSA I think they looked at the autograph and then just said, okay, well, if it has an auto, that's a defect, and therefore it is a 9. Somehow, some way, we got a 10 on the Bowman Chrome Kyle Lewis rookie auto refractor. So congrats to Jay on that, PSA 10. Got a 10 on the Justin Herbert Panini Absolute. So can't complain about getting a Justin Herbert in a PSA 10. But going back to the auto as a 9 theme, Jordan Love rookie autograph Mosaic came back as a 9. The camo Byron Laura came back as a 9. Oh, the Acuna and the Byron Laura, both autographs, Bowman firsts, both came back as PSA 9s, the Acuna and Laura. So I don't know what it is with the autos, but they just came back as 9s. Arozarena came back as a 9 on the autograph. Here's another 10 on the autograph. There you go. Mauricio Dubon Sapphire came back as a perfect PSA 10. So that's I love the, Sapphire cards are just beautiful. I don't know what happened here, but the complete set, Luis Robert. This is, I think, without a doubt, the lowest grade we got. PSA 7 on the complete set, Luis Robert. And then we got a couple of 10s on the 2020 Topps Luis Roberts. So 2 10s on that. Fernando Tatis rookie debut came back as a 9. Kyle Lewis, what is this? An 85 Topps throwback came back as a 9. And then the final 2 cards, the Randy Arozarena 9 and the Ashby, of course, Mega Box autograph came back as a 9. So there you go, guys. Took over a year to get these 132 cards back. Again, $15 a card, not too bad to get those cards graded. Some tough grades there, especially with the autos, but some pretty awesome cards, as you can see in the background. So some pretty awesome results and some kind of not so great results, as usual with pretty much any PSA order. So there you go, 132 cards in under 25 minutes. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully this, it's always fun. I always have fun kind of doing these PSA reveals and seeing what we got. And I, for some reason, enjoy the whole, process of submitting to, figure out what cards are worthy of submitting. So, it's been over a year since I, did a submission. So it's always fun to kind of look back at these orders that we did, back in January of 2021. All right, guys, that's it. Let me know your thoughts, and I will talk to you later. Peace.